Come have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 7th of January 2024. This day is celebrated Golden Globe Awards, celebrating achievements in the world of entertainment where talent and creativity shine on a global stage. 7th of January is celebrated as Old Rock Day. Discover the beauty and history of the earth with these timeless treasures that offer a glimpse into the past and connection to the natural world. From the history point of view, 1980, 7th of January, Indira Gandhi's returned to power with an overwhelming majority. In 1999, 7th of January, impeachment began against United States President Bill Clinton. 2003, 7th of January, Japan announced $90 million aid to India in development work. Starting the newspaper analyst with the newspaper The Hindu states that IT gained popularizing made in Kochi brand by shipping out software products development in its steel lab. Artificial intelligence, automation, and data are the three core areas of the Kochi lab, which employs around 1,000 developers. Dinesh Nirmal, a senior vice president, products IBM software. The Hindu newspaper also states that death toll in Islamic State claimed suicide blast rises to 91. The death toll from a suicide bombing in Iran, claimed by the Islamic State group, has risen to at least 91, State TV reported Saturday. There are 102 people still being treated in hospitals of whom 11 are in critical condition. Iranian mourners gather around confines wrapped within the Iranian flags during the funeral ceremony of victims yesterday explosion on January 5, 2024 in Kerman, Iran. The Hindu newspaper also states that thousands of mourners in Islamabad attend funeral of Pakistani clerk gunned down in broad daylight. Usmani was a deputy secretary at his Sunni Ulema Council, which emerged after Pakistan outlawed the Sipah Sabah extremist group. People gathered around the ambulance carrying the casket of Pakistani Sunni Muslim cleric Masoodur Rahman Usmani following his funeral prayer in Islamabad, Pakistan, January 6, 2024. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that no one will be separated Jammu and Kashmir. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha on killing of 3 civilians in Punuch. The law will take its own course. No one will be separated, whosoever they may be, he said while speaking about the incident. After a militant attack on an army convoy on December 21, in which 4 soldiers were killed, the security forces had picked up at least 9 civilians for questioning, of which 3 men are illegally tortured to death. Indian Express also states that on YouTube videos raising EVM doubts now, and EC disclaimer, search results for EVM on YouTube have also started showing the same information panel. Starting earlier this week, YouTube has added a context information panel which serves as an election commission of India ECI, a disclaimer to videos that raise doubts about electronic voting machines. In a memorandum to the EC on August 9 last year, the India blog had said EVMs seem to be susceptible to manipulation. Responding to this, the EC updated its FAQs section on August 23 to answer some of the questions. Indian Express also states that Bangladesh elections and India, a stable, prosperous, and a friendly Bangladesh is in India's best interests. This is why India will hope the incumbent Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina returns to power after the January 7 elections. People buy shows from the street vendor in front of the election banner of Awami League with the picture of the Sheikh Hasina Prime Minister in Bangladesh at roadside ahead of the general election in Dhaka, Bangladesh, January 3rd, 2024. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that Aditya L1 127-day journey paves way for crucial data on space weather. The Aditya L1 spacecraft on Saturday completed a 127-day journey to reach its final parking spot, readying itself for 5 years of crucial observation about various aspects of the Sun. From L1, the spacecraft will be able to see how particles and radiations from a heightened solar activity has an effect, while also studying the outer surface of the star is close detail. In the Sun Times also states that Supreme Court to deliver verdict on Bilkis Palia on remission to convicts tomorrow. Bano was 21 and 5 months pregnant when she was gang raped as she tried to flee with her family to safety during 2002 Gujarat riots. The Supreme Court on Monday will deliver judgment on petition challenging the Gujarat government's decision to prematurely release 11 convicts serving life in prison for the gang rape of Bilkis Bano and various other heinous crimes committed during the 2002 riots. Banu was 21 and 5 months pregnant when she was gang raped as she tried to flee with her family to safety during the 2002 Gujarat riots. The 11 convicts also killed 7 members of her family, including her 3-year-old daughter. The trial of the case was shifted from Gujarat to Mumbai, and the Central Bureau of Investigation CBI investigated the case. In 2008, a special court in Mumbai sentenced the 11 to life of imprisonment. This decision was upheld by a division bench of the Bombay High Court in 2017. In sometimes also states that Varanasi, a court partially allows ASI to not disclose Gyanvapi report for 4 weeks. The ASI had submitted the survey report in sealed cover to the Varanasi District Court on December 18. Varanasi. The Varanasi District Court on Saturday partially allowed application by Archaeological Survey of India ASI, praying to the court not to make its Gyanvapi Mosque Complex survey report public for at least 4 more weeks. The court fixed January 24 as the next date of hearing on bunch of players related to the ASI survey report. Going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, freight rates have doubled due to Red Sea disruptions. Official. This comes after the global shipping giant Maersk on Friday decided to extend its diversion of vessels from the Red Sea for the foreseeable future, sparking fears of a sharp rise in freight and insurance cost for Indian products. While rates have spiked, they remain par below 2021's pandemic fueled record highs of $14,000 per 40-foot container for Asia to North Europe and the Mediterranean and $22,000 for Asia to North America's East Coast. DGCA orders Indian carriers to inspect emergency exit on Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes. At present, over 40 Boeing 737 MAX 8 planes are in operation across these 3 carriers in India, whilst there are no 737 MAX 9 aircraft in the fleet of any Indian airline. On a Friday, an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 plane operating a flight between Portland and Ontario in California made an emergency landing soon after takeoff, after a mid-air window blowout that led to a section of a fuselage also breaking away, causing a decompression in the cabin. Unicommerce files draft papers with the SEBI to raise funds via IPO. The issue is to entirely an offer for sale OFS aggregating up to 2.98 crore equity shares by selling shareholders according to the draft red herring prospectus DRHP filed with SEBI. E-commerce focused IT firm Unicommerce has filed preliminary papers with the capital markets regulator SEBI to raise funds through an initial public offering. Unicommerce e-Solution is the 5th tech company which has filed IPO papers. Going towards the world news, including Bangladesh to hold general elections tomorrow. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina posed to win 4th consecutive term. Rishi Sunak had doubts over a Rwanda scheme as Chancellor report. Taiwan slams Chinese balloons as safety threat, psychological warfare. Watch New Zealand's youngest MP performs native war. Cry in Parliament video goes viral. Blinken opens latest urgent Mid-East tour in Turkey. Aim fears Gaza war may engulf a region. Hezbollah fires rocket at Israel in initial response to killing of top leader from allied Hamas. Going towards the science and technology, Aditya L1, Indian Space Research Organization's first mission to study Sun in the final orbit, another landmark, says Prime Minister Modi. Aditya L1 moved into the hollow orbit around the L1 point in the Earth's Sun system, from where it will make observations of the Sun for the next 5 years. Just over 4 months after the moon landing, the Indian Space Research Organization entrusted in its Aditya L1 spacecraft to India's first mission to study the Sun into its destination orbit on Saturday. ISRO's PSLV-C-57 carrying Aditya L1, India's maiden solar mission spacecraft, lifted off from the launch pad at Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota. The early universe was bananas. According to the analysis of new images from the James Webb Space Telescope, baby galaxies were neither eggs nor disks. They were bananas. That is the tentative conclusion of the team of the astronomers who re-examined images of some 4,000 newborn galaxies observed by Webb at the dawn of time. Photos of galaxies with an elongated shape suggestive of bananas or pickles captured by the James Webb Space Telescope. Japan-led XRISM mission reveals its first X-ray picture of cosmos. XRISM, the ambitious Japanese-led mission, gave us a sneak peek into what its science operations will reveal over the years. The Japanese-led XRISM X-ray imaging and spectroscopy mission on Saturday released a first look at the data that scientists expected to collect when science operations begin this year. Supernova remnant N132D lies in the central portion of the Large Magellanic Cloud, a dwarf galaxy about 160,000 light years away. XRISM's extent captured the remnant in X-ray displayed in the inset. At last, there is a famous quotation said by Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Born 18 July 1918 up to 5 December 2013, was a South African anti-apartheid activist and a politician who served as the first president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of the state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focused on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation. Ideologically an African nationalist and a socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress Party from 1991 to 1997. Mr. Mandela says a famous quotation. He says that we were expected to destroy one another and ourselves, and collectively in the worst racial conflagration. Instead, we as a people chose the path of negotiation, compromise, and peaceful settlement. Instead of hatred and revenge, we chose reconciliation and nation building. Okay, thank you.